The
Let's
homie.
Right.
Big homie, big homie.
The big homie back home.
All right. You ready, Spider?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is in your hood. I am absolutely Adia.
Yeah, it's your girl Ashley Nicole.
And the franchise is not in the building today.
Shout out to franchise.
Yeah, we miss him. We are the quad. He is in Chi-Town.
Yes.
Chi-Town.
Bring us a shirt back.
Hey, no, I want some pizza bags.
Okay.
And but yeah, he's out there working. If y'all are on the social media, he's been on Instagram and live and
Yes, he has.
doing the most.
Right.
Seeing the city. One thing about franchise, man, he's going to get whatever full experience there is to be had.
Right. He's gonna take advantage of it.
He gonna have it. He gonna make sure. Oh, we gonna do this. They was riding bikes on the riverfront or something and getting the food.
He's living
Chicago.
his best life.
Living his best African American life.
Get it.
Hey,
Franchise.
but we have a special
yes,
guest in the building. Oh, we forgot it's ladies' night.
It is ladies'
Just
night.
us two.
This is our first ladies' night on the quad.
Hey,
Shout out
Spidey,
to
you're gonna
us.
have to throw in
I
some
like it
little,
already.
some little ladies' night, the music.
Okay.
But we have a special guest in here today.
Yes.
Lovely. She's exuding love.
No,
I see
seriously,
you got the
guys.
shirt
Look at the shirt.
on.
Yes. For all the viewers
See,
on
that's
that
New
YouTube
Orleans.
channel.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but we have Miss Lisa Love in the
Yes,
building.
ma'am. Hello.
Hey,
Queen.
How you doing?
I am awesome. Yes, my name is Lisa Love. I am the owner of Love Wrapz.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi.
Man, she got everybody wrapped up. She
Man,
got the
I'm
men's
telling
wraps,
you.
the women's hair
The
wraps.
children. Okay.
Look.
Celebrities and things.
I'm here for it.
Me
I
too.
love it. Now, when I used to wrap my hair back in the day, I'm old, but when I was in college in the early 2000s,
Yeah.
we was just cutting off T-shirts and
Rapping.
doing the
Yeah.
bun in the back.
Yeah.
But y'all look real African. You have the wax prints. You have all different types. So
I do,
tell us
yeah.
a little bit about how you got started and
Sure. Yes,
business.
ma'am. So, with Love Wrapz, honestly, it was just a hobby that turned lucrative.
Okay.
It's something that I love to do. I always wear wraps.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I don't have one on today. But typically, I always wear wraps, and I used to always get the question, how do you wrap? What type of fabric do you use? And in all honesty, as you stated, I probably use a shirt, tights,
Yeah.
any material. But I did want to create something or get behind something where there was a standard wrap. Now, as it relates to like the colors and stuff, there's no specific colors or anything. I love fabrics. So I just kind of started just wearing any type of fabric.
Okay.
But yeah, my style I typically like is what they usually call the Erica Badu style, where it's the
what the high wrap.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Nefertiti style.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so typically that's the style I go for, and a lot of times women, they try to achieve that look, and I do have a little hair, so I'm able to do
Got a lot of hair.
Right. Okay.
A lot of
Gorgeous
hair.
locks. Okay, honey. Beautiful strands.
So usually I can achieve that look just kind of putting my hair up in a what we call a pineapple,
Yeah.
and then just putting a wrap on. But yeah, overall it just literally started with a hobby, something I did, and then a lot of people wanted to know how I wrap, what type of wraps I wore. So I just started getting wraps handmade,
Okay.
and that's just how I started.
That's beautiful.
Okay. So the pineapple is the high bun.
Yeah, it's just when you take your natural hair, and just kind of put it up in a high bun.
And your hair comes out
So
of the
for
out of the
me-
wrap. Right.
So
How
what
would
am I
that
putting
work?
on the top?
So I'm gonna show you that a little later. What you both can do.
Okay,
I bought something.
She brought gifts. Okay.
I'm getting excited.
Goodies, okay.
Look,
Definitely.
girl, look.
See that blessing?
About to be blessed in
Okay.
here today.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
dope. Yeah, I've seen a lot of different styles. I do the front,
Yeah.
the back, but I haven't done that one yet because I never knew how to achieve that. But I love how dope it looks.
Right.
And so, can you use multiple wraps?
You can if you want
To get that look. Okay.
Yeah, but again, I have something for you guys that we can eliminate all of that fabric on your head.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So but yeah, you definitely can use multiple wraps if you want to achieve that look.
Yeah, I know. just African culture, the natural look in the last 5 years has really exploded. With the natural hair products and just the looks in general. Has that helped your business? Do you see like more families? They want the husband, the wife, the kids wrapped up.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that because we are going into that direction, yes, it has helped my business. And I just basically us taking back African Americans taking back their culture, because it is something that has been around for quite some time. And it's just an idea of embracing it again, basically, and just kind of making it sociable, acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And when you say, socially acceptable, I love the spin that you put on it. Like the colors are very vibrant. It's not the traditional African print. With you being in business little over a year.
Not even
a year. Look at that, y'all. Okay, listen. Hold on. First of all, because if you go check out her social media, which is
Love Wrapz.
Yes, with the Z. With the Z. Make sure you go check out, because not even a year, you guys. How does it feel with you? Not only families, not only people that you know, but you have reached the masses to even touching the realm that everyone is trying to go to of celebrity status. You let it see. I've seen Jada. How does that make you feel?
Well, to see those on my site is simply just to say that this is an example of how you can wrap.
Okay.
So, because like I said, it's not something that, a lot of people are into, mainly because they don't know how to wrap.
Right.
So also they may not see themselves in it.
Okay.
Right. So it's just an idea that when I do put out celebrity pictures, just to give you an example, this is how you can wrap.
Okay.
So, that's what that is about. But yes.
But you do draw inspiration from them.
Yes. Correct. Yeah. No, so I definitely do have people, shakers and movers that do wear my wraps. So that's a good thing. But overall, the idea of Love Wrapz is just to really, it's just an expression, so whether you're a person who wear wraps for style, culture, beliefs, spirituality, whatever you want to wrap for, just wrap it up,
Right.
So, I mean, that's really just the meat of Love Wrapz, just being able to express yourself however you want to through wraps.
Okay. Now, you brought up a good point about people not being able to see themselves in it. And it reminded me when I first cut my hair when I went to college. So 1999.
Yeah.
But I always got people that said that to me, like, oh, that's cute on you, but I couldn't wear that,
Right.
And I know a lot of natural hair girls get that. You get the people that say, oh, yeah, do your thing, girl, but
that's not for me.
Yeah. So what do you say to encourage people to wear the wraps?
I mean, just try it. And like I said, putting those pictures out, sometimes I do tutorials. I also have, I show tutorials of people who may not have a lot of hair, so that you can see that you can still achieve the same looks.
Okay.
So yeah, it's out there. Just try it,
Nice.
And as it relates to my guys, I know a lot of guys want to wear wraps, and mostly what I'm getting is a lot of guys want to wear wraps for spiritual reasons, and then of course style, and usually I get orders when guys want to go out of the country.
I was just about to say, are they going on vacation?
Like, when they go on vacation, it's like, hey, I need a wrap for my vacation.
When they hitting Dubai.
Hey,
live it up, okay?
I'm not mad.
A lot of my orders, for whatever reason, I'm like, okay, that's perfectly fine with me. So
I know that's
a lot of my wraps, from that perspective, they are the type that you can wear if you on the desert or whatever. But so also I'm going into the direction of doing custom, because right now, although my wraps are handmade wraps, I'm kind of just switching it up, just kind of giving a more unique, different approach to it. So for instance, some of my wraps would be more for hair protection. So you have the satin line in the wraps. I may do a twist on it where I have multiple fabrics or material in one wrap. I want to get away from doing too much fabric, especially like in Texas where it's extremely hot.
Right.
So just getting away from that.
Degrees.
All
That's what Juve is saying.
So I want to get away from that. So yeah, I mean, I'm working on a lot of different things with the wraps. Again, it's really just a culture, a movement, just kind of owning it again. Obviously, we do know that with wraps, this is something that goes back to slavery. Now, at that point, it didn't have a positive, impact in our community. But we owned it. We took it back, in the 80s and 90s where you had Queen Latifah, Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu, even Tupac. I don't understand that. Why? Right. I'm a huge fan of Tupac. But, so, a lot of people wore them. And, we set the tone, for fashion. And this is just another way that we can do so.
And express ourselves. Yes, that's beautiful.
Nice. Now, I know you said you like to pick a lot of random colors and just like prints and fabrics. So are there any fabrics that are indicative to certain parts of Africa or anything like that?
Honestly, I don't get that deep into it.
Okay.
Now, yes, some of my prints, I do have like prints from Ghana.
Okay.
I have prints from, let's see.
West Side. The best side.
Kenya, so yeah, they do, but even some of my prints are not even African prints at all.
Right. I see.
Yeah. So, it just varies.
Caribbean, tribal. Mm-hmm.
Some of them are just black and white.
Right.
Yeah, I like the black and white. No, it's crazy. I was in I'm going to get a little political for a second, but I went a couple of weeks ago. I was just telling them, shout out to my barber. The camera is on me. JB, shout out to you. I think I'm going out tonight, but it's another story.
Okay.
But I got a haircut that wasn't quite right a couple of weeks ago, and I had to let it grow out. And so the last time I came up to do the show, I was like, I don't know what to do with my hair. And it was too late because I was going to hit you, and I was like, man, it's too late to hit you up. Like, what you doing? Can I pull up on you and get a wrap?
Right.
And so I went to a beauty store, and I was like, and it, the Asian store, they had all this, they have like kente, the joints, the dresses and stuff.
They can get it in bulk. It's going to be in their store.
Hair wraps. And they had the black and white joints. So I was like, oh, I could use that because I don't like too colorful on my head. My accessories, as you can see, I don't do a lot of colors, but I could wear it with multiple things. So I picked it up and I was about to check out, and I was like, I wish I would buy this wrap from this store and not support you. Because I was like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's so important. And that was one of my questions for you about just how's it been being a young Black entrepreneur? Have you linked up, had a chance to link up with other entrepreneurs, or do you find yourself getting support from other entrepreneurs that reach out? Or
Oh, absolutely. And actually, it's been on a lot of cross marketing. So I'm able to network with even like natural hair products, or just other people. So right now, I want to start a campaign where I'm connecting the idea of the head wraps with the maintenance of beards, right? So it's connecting the products of like beard oil.
That's a sexy man,
right? With a beard. Let me find out real quick. Let me scroll through
for reference. But shout out, I know Black men with beards might be a good one to link you up with. Shout out to Erin
Freeman, shout out to her.
Familiar.
And Quinn. Quinn, we might shoot a text on the break and see what we can hook y'all up with. But I'm all about entrepreneurs, and that's something from the beginning. When I started my business in 2007, one of the biggest things that I did was just create a network of so many different people that did a little bit of everything, so that if somebody came to me and they needed something, I was like, oh, I don't do that, but I got this person. I'm going to shoot you their information, shoot them your information. And especially for us, like we talked about on the last episode, like our generation is trying to get it, by any means. So however we can link up, if it's just idea exchanges,
pop-up shops, whatever we need to do.
Yeah, we're all about linking up and seeing how we can grow together. So, that cross-marketing, cross-branding, and promotion is so powerful because I always tell people, like, even if you linking up with somebody that have 100 followers, that's probably 100 people that didn't know about you.
Exactly.
So you
Word of mouth is powerful, guys. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah, really and doing good business,
right? That too.
I think
that's
the key. The relationship building and doing good business.
You have to. I think a lot of young entrepreneurs miss that portion of it. You have to be able to be a solid individual. Okay, real message. Build a rapport, guys. It's important. It takes you a very long way. Yes.
I still get calls from people.
We got to get back with creating a network circle, not competing.
Not competing.
Yes, that is really, really big. And I commend you of being a young entrepreneur. Both. I don't know how old you are, but
don't need for ages.
You know, ladies never tell.
Young and fly, I'm cute.
But to your point, I wanted to elaborate as it just relates to being an entrepreneur, because I do want to address that I am in the early stages of doing this, and I am at a point where we are walking the faith walk, right?
Exactly.
So it's that point that tells you that although I am pursuing to be an entrepreneur, you know, I still have bills. I still have life, right? So I have to be able to juggle that. So it's about just stepping out on faith, doing what you're passionate about, you know, so that's what leads you and keeps you going, you know. And it's also, too, understanding that even in this market, like, so, I mean, honestly, you can get a wrap from anywhere, right? There's so many people who sells wraps. But someone from my city just recently posted something today. I don't know if I can say her name. Oh, so I don't know if you
that's it. That's at your discretion.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah, okay.
Shout out, Jess. BB Judy. Yeah. Everybody.
I tell you,
whole city winning right now.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Absolutely. But she said something. She just posted something just recently about the market being saturated. I love that post.
I was like, it's a word.
You better get that word.
It's funny that you say that particular word. I was just sitting down with a former boutique owner, actually rocking her clothes right now. Shout out to Golden Girls Boutique.
Oh, that's why all your thighs
is well, you know what? No, the pants was a little tight, so this busted as I was putting them on. So I created a whole nother look, but it's all right.
Spotty was like, I like it a lot.
With getting models for your brand and just styling, and you know, the whole industry, social media has done that. With it being saturated, and it makes it difficult for entrepreneurs. What were the steps that you actually took just to put it out there? You've been in business, but how long have you actually really been doing the wraps yourself?
Okay, so the first question, you said, how long did it take me or how did I put it out there?
Yeah, like what
I put it out there.
The
website is dope. Like the website is super professional.
I have to check it out. Yeah.
I honestly, I don't think that through the process of being an entrepreneur that you're gonna be at a place where you're 100% ready.
Right. Of course.
So, you just have to kind of step out there and start walking. And then when you do that, you would basically be guided. So, for instance, if you step out and you make the wrong decision, like I can honestly say my initial decisions were not the best decisions. And if I can look back and take my time, you know, obviously I would do things differently. But because I made those choices, I was able to be open to other opportunities, right? So it's just about really just getting out there. I believe in once you present a proof of concept, and you just kind of duplicate the process, you know. So someone always told me, all you need to do is get your first sale. Figure out how you can get your first sale, and then, you know, maximize that. And then, you know, just try other things, you know. So, I mean, it is trial and error. And just go for it, honestly. So I honestly don't think that there's a cookie cutter way to do any business, because every industry is different. But again, good networking, very good customer service, you know your product, learn your product. And that's another thing. Yes. Like I said,
you got to put that time in.
Initially, this was just a hobby. So it was just about me wearing head wraps. But I was able to discover the reason why people wear hair wraps, the type of people who wear them, just history behind them. Fabrics. Oh my gosh, I've learned so much about fabrics, things that I wouldn't even consider, you know, types of fabrics. So I mean, it's just opening you up to those type of things. So once you just, like I said, just start, you know, and just let it lead.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. You made a few great points. One of the things, going to school for fashion design, knowing your fabric is the big part of it, because there's 2-way stretch, there's a 4-way stretch, there's no stretch. So, you know, if you're wrapping it, you counting on a 4-way stretch and you got a 2-way stretch, you got to
figure something else out.
Yeah. When I did swimsuits, I learned the wonderful world of
What haven't you done?
Me?
What haven't you done? Yeah, let's talk about that.
Run like Forrest Gump. I don't know. I did a lot. But
definitely a logo here, okay? Yeah.
But No, another thing that you said, you made a really good point. One of the things when I started the magazine, it was a situation where I was working. I got hired by these people to do a launch party for a magazine. And then they had paid me cash a lot, and I had spent it like the next day because I had bills. And so I started working on the party, and about 6 weeks in, I realized they had no clue. They didn't even have a product. And so I worked with them, put the product together, and then they didn't even launch the magazine. But I spent so much time working with them, and I was like, oh, this is something that I wanted to do. Like, I could put it together myself. And I bought the software. Well, my mama bought the software. I love you, mama. But bought the software, learned the format, like learned so much, research magazines and all of that. But to your point, I was sitting at the computer about 14, 16 hours a day.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I bought a camera. I did photo shoots. I thank you, Lord, for the makeup artists and different people that worked with me, and the designers and stuff. But I wanted to bring people a tangible product, like you said. So the onus was on me to put together the first one. But I knew once I put it together and brought people the product, and it was a real thing,
right?
And they could look through it and see ads I offered.
This is detailed. This is quality.
My friends, free ads and everything. So just so I could do ads in there, so it's that point. I don't want people to miss that point. It's so important to bring more than just ideas to the table, because if you come to the table and say, oh, I got this idea to start this company with hair wraps, and then people be like, oh, okay, that's cool. But then when you come to the table and you got 20 wraps and you say, hey, so I got these 20 wraps, they're $20 a piece. Which color, what you need, the blue or the black or the red?
This yellow look good on you.
Yeah, let me show you. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different feeling.
Yeah,
and another thing that I always tell entrepreneurs is that people take your business as seriously as you take it.
As you do, that's correct.
If you treat it like a hobby, or you treat it like something that's not as serious, that's how other people are going to treat it when you talk to them about it. But when you come to the table and you got all your T's crossed and all your I's dotted and you're ready to do business, your website is 1,000. When I went, because when we were talking about it before, that I had never went to the website. So when I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay. And that's what I thought. I was like, oh, she trapping out the house or something. Then I went to the website. I was like, wait, this the same?
This is
okay,
official.
So she blow the whistle.
Did she say I was trapping out the house?
Look,
sorry, what is that?
I'll be trapping out my house. I'm trying to children feet. But
oh my.
No, it's a lot of entrepreneurs that's trapping out the house, car, studio.
You never
know. Oh, I'm definitely trapping out the house. Don't get it twisted, but I'm also trapping.
But no, you on the professional trap level.
No, seriously.
Different levels to that house trap.
What?
That might be the title for the show.
Yes.
But no, seriously, it's so important, and that's something that propels your business, because people see your website, they see your social media and everything before they might ever see you. Exactly. They see your product and your brand, and that's something that I was really impressed by, that everything is presented in such a professional manner, even your photos. Like, I'm trying to be one of your
models.
I got you. Like I said, I trap out the house. I have my little setup. I have my
in-house studio.
Everything is literally in-house.
Let's go. I love that.
Okay, we about to pull up.
If you're not motivated, you should be. Okay, you definitely should be motivated right now. This is beautiful. You guys need to go check out her website.
What's the website again?
So it is lovewraps.shop. .shop.
With the Z.
Love Wraps.
Oh, .shop.
Not .com. So .shop.
That's cute. I like it.
That lets you know you about to spend money.
Right.
Don't come looking.
This is quality.
We're here to shop.
Yeah.
Quality wraps. I love it. I love it.
All right, y'all. We about to try on some hair wraps. So we going to let Frank got a special message in the commercial break, and we'll be right back. Ladies night.
Ladies night.
At the quad.
Hey.